Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast. The monotone sociopathic behavior that I display is running a full hour this week. It's almost as if I've gone a bit crazy. My name is Jeff, by the way. Also joining me this week is Alan, who is not socially insane, completely normal, did not recently get a psych analysis proclaiming that he is the most smartest man on the planet Earth. Hi, Alan.
Hello. I'm done
Also
work
joining
now.
me this week, the man, the myth, the legend, the ethereal being that we somehow hook a microphone up to, Josh.
Teach math.
What?
What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened?
Sorry. That was the
I'm
voice.
slightly scared and slightly aroused.
Why are
That's,
you aroused?
Because
About
math is
He
sexy.
loves math so much.
You know, have you ever walked into a school and you see like some addition, division, and stuff like that, and you sit down at your desk and you go, yeah,
and you're like, oh, that's hard on.
oh yeah, I look forward to learning about trigonometry.
Oh, fuck. but
I'm a programmer. I'm allowed to feel this way.
sure. But like, basically, I just want to start off with the, I'm trying to get into this voice acting thing because a game developer posted about it. And he's saying, it's open auditions for anyone who could join in. And he has this big Google Doc talking about, like, you know, different characters, what noises he wants, and all this junk. And the game itself is a what if Sesame Street was a horror show?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and it's so far the whole thing is like, oh, it's like Muppets, and it's like, you know, everything's all, you know, same thing that you think of Sesame Street, and it's all cute and fluffy, but because it's a horror, survival horror, everything's out to kill you, but everything's still adorable. So it's like, oh, this puppet thing will just come up and choke you out as it's like happily giggling and stuff like that. And you're like, oh no, that's not good. And so far, a lot of the voice lines they have in the folder here, I mean, it's interesting. I haven't been the voice actor type, but I'm nasally enough I think I could pull off a lot of these lines. And they're all Muppet style characters too. So it's like, oh, I could pull off like half of these, no problem. And one of them named Elmer. Elmer it says here for the voice type, it's a big, creepy, lingering, and irredeemably corrupt giant Elmo from Sesame Street. And you look at the concept art, you're like, okay, yeah, sure.
Teach math.
Yeah, and like one of the
Teach math.
And and another funny thing that is, some of these characters, they're just a lot of grumbling, just like kind of monster noises. And it's like, I'm pretty sure you could have got dude from accounting and got the same results or something.
Yeah, but they want professionals.
Yeah,
We want good quality professional people voicing concerns.
I don't know who's gonna do the Pearl fucking voice. It's just a big bird, but this bird is female, and think like your auntie, but like probably more annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and also again more noises, so it's gonna be quite interesting to hear some of this stuff whenever they come to fruition. Although one of the voice characters that I don't think I can not pull off at all is Gordon, who is a male in his 50s and is very gruff and direct. And it's like, not that.
That's very easy. You just lower your voice a little bit. Don't stop me, Rick. I'm going to disconnect that antenna. I don't want you broadcasting. You scare kids. Is that a gun? Does it work? Hey, what's going on here? Your puppet friends are attacking me.
I like how you're like,
Oh, God.
You're doing the lines, but they're boring. Like,
Don't stop me, Ricky. I'm going to disconnect that antenna. For crying out loud, Ricky.
Why are you
just stop getting my way?
No, stop.
stop that.
That's free. That's free.
Uh-huh.
If he wants to use that, that's free.
Uh-huh.
If
Yeah,
he messages me, I'm going to be like, no, fuck off.
sure. But anyway, I'm gonna try as many characters as I can, and I'm paranoid over my voice acting, so I'm just gonna keep redoing it until I go like, "Is this good?"
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to
Yeah.
constantly re-record.
Although it'll probably get to a point of like, "Is this good? No, wait, this one's good. No, that one? Is this one good?"
You take
Maybe
20.
this one.
You like okay. There was a. Let's see if I can find the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong clip. Boop.
Josh, just take practice. Just do practice.
Yeah. So I want to do Ricky because I think I can do the Ricky voice.
Oh boy.
Because it's like a male mid to mid high, which I'm that, and he's a puppet voice, but not over the top, and he's meant to be a host character. So it's like you kind of want him to be like not too annoying, but still like have that Muppety voice.
You kind of want him to be a little annoying,
just slightly.
Yeah.
Although there's some lines here that they want evil Ricky, and it's like I'm not sure what they kind of want for evil Ricky, because like there's a couple of ways you could do it. It's just I don't know. I'll just do a bunch of takes and hopefully I get the right thing that they're looking for.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, and and a bonus for this, they're all paid, so it's like, oh, you get money.
Yeah, cool.
Here,
I got.
also here
I
you go
got
there. Josh, Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
So, anyways, we should talk about something else.
Oh yes, Fox in Space. I forgot they exist. I should look into that because if it's really helpful, then I'll probably look into it.
Should we talk about some amazing new topics this week? Has anyone played a video game this week?
I played
haven't
Battletech.
played it. I mean, Battletech is good.
I'm playing Cookie Clicker.
Why are you playing that game?
I gotta ask something about this game that like because I've been learning the lore like on the side while playing this game.
Yeah.
How did Comstar not just show up and just seize the transport when you got it?
Well, that's a joke.
No, that is an actual thing because that's Lost Tech, and that is an unfair advantage that someone might get because they've now got a SLDF transport ship that can carry what 3 rows of 6. That's 18 mechs in it of various classes in it. With the crew space for what they have 3 compartments that can put up to 18 to I assume 30 up to 36 I think it is. With additional
I don't know.
And like you're sitting there and like so like I love the little fan theories around the Dr. Morad. And they're like, no, she's just a Comstar plant. She's totally there just to keep an eye on you, and she keeps fucking up the ship to keep from getting too good.
Probably.
Mine also explains the hijab because Comstar is kind of semi-religious. There's
I mean that's probably the likely solution.
Oh man. So last night I stayed up till 4 a.m. playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the mission where
Are you just like mainlining the campaign?
No, I'm doing a bunch of side missions and stuff like that. Although now I'm getting to the point in the campaign where I might just start just mainline the campaign missions because I'm getting so late in the game that some of the like going off and doing the contracts off to the side might not be worth it because legit I tried to go do one contract which was supposedly a 4 rank mission.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing it for the Federated Suns, and I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I'm just dealing with some Capellan fucking.
Oh, they hate me.
Oh, they love me.
Oh, they just hate my guts.
The Federated Suns? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
How are
a
you
lot
hated
of them
by
hate
like the most democratic fucking group?
Because I fuck them all the time.
Oh my god.
I'm just bad. I'm a bad person.
So on this mission, it's like, oh yeah, you're dealing with a heavy assault lance, and I'm like, all right, fine, that's not too bad. Out of the 8 mech slots that I had to fight, 2 of them were SRM transport vehicles and like the upgraded versions. So they fired like 6 they fired. No, they weren't firing LRMs. There were 2 LRM turrets on 1 tank. So there's 2 of those on the board. I'm like, all right, that doesn't seem too bad. The first mech I ran into was a rifleman, and I'm like, boom, kill that thing, because that thing can headshot me, and I don't want to lose any of my crew to it. Blew it apart. Fine, whatever. And then I started noticing that the next mech I had to fight was a battle master, and I'm like, that's an assault mech. And then the next mech showed up, and it was a 90 ton, and I was just like, wait, what? And then I saw it 100 ton in the distance, and I was like, wait, what? I have 3 assaults in my lineup. I have a battle master of my own.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Highlander, and I have an awesome.
Okay, I also have an awesome. I think I have an archer.
Archer's heavy.
Archer's heavy.
Yeah.
So I only have an awesome. I'm getting a striker. And I
the striker's
have
just
one.
The striker's just an upgraded version of the archer. I'm not gonna lie, from the way it looks. But no. So I'm just like, all right, this doesn't seem too bad. I've got to fight 3 assault mechs. I've already killed 1 heavy.
I'm sorry, Josh. By the way, we're talking about Battletech.
That's
and
fine.
like, I was just like, all right, I got this. This won't be too bad. I can deal with it. And then it was like, oh yeah, enemy reinforcements are coming in. And that's when one of the heavy mechs came into the 100 tons came into sight. I was like, shit. All right, that means there's at least another 3 mechs that I haven't seen yet. By the time that one of my characters got killed, and I said, nope, I'm quitting this. I'm just gonna go to a different job for something else, because fuck this bullshit. I think that I was fighting an Atlas. Not an awesome. I was fighting a.
I think you have more time in that game than me.
I don't think so. I highly doubt it. If I do, what the fuck?
Because you've been playing it like I play 2 days a week, and you're like, I'm gonna play it nonstop.
I have 43 hours. You have 52.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, I already got 40 achievements too. But yeah, no, I literally my main character, like my character, me in this game, got pilot sniped, and then promptly the battle master I brought got pilot sniped, and I was just like, and load save, cause fuck that bullshit.
I mean, have you ever not done that?
I only do it with character deaths. There are never fights where I'm like, oh well, I had a match where I could have got a Banshee, because I was fighting just like, oh yeah, you're fighting a reinforced heavy formation that came down, go deal with it, and 2 Banshees showed up, and I had the chance, like it was like I was like, oh, Banshee, because Banshee is PPC AC5 assault mechs, so they're snipers, so they're good for headhunting, and I'm like, ooh, gimme. And then one of my characters nearly got killed. He had 1 wound left by the end of that fight, and I was like, and that's that. Killed the Banshees, knocked him down, just kept blowing off components. And took the mech that was heavily wounded, my sniping mech, away from the battle so they could just duke it out.
I'm not loading up the game right now. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually load up the game because I'm playing the background.
I'm just checking something.
No, I'm actually loading up the game because I want to play in the background.
How dare you? Josh is playing Cookie Clicker in the background.
Yeah, well, Cookie Clicker is just click, 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 click.
Yeah.
How many cookies do you have, Josh?
But
I mean, you don't play Cookie Clicker. Cookie Clicker plays you. That's
Cookie Clicker player just plays itself. That's true. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I have actually, like, me and Jeff had this discussion offline, or not on podcast, but I can actually say this from now. I think the later game was absolutely designed for you to have two lances on the field.
Yeah.
Because some of the missions you get, what the fuck? Again, I'm gonna quote that one mission I did where I was fighting 5 assault mechs and 1 heavy mech and 3 LMR or 2 LMR vehicles.
Well, you know what you do? You just drag your you drag your punch awesome
No,
in for combat,
No, no,
and
no,
then
no,
you
no,
just watch his whore.
no. I actually couldn't get close enough. It was like the way the map was. It's one of the early small maps that you
Oh.
play on.
And then it's really heavy, and then you're just like, fuck.
Like it had a pillar of terrain in the middle of it. And it was a valley that spread out and turned to one way. And so no matter what, I was being funneled towards one direction, so I couldn't spread out and move mechs around to flank. And I went from having, like, I had all my mechs in one spot, like within like 2 turns. I had nowhere to move. I was funneled.
Okay, so
I was funneled into a choke point.
I have a Cyclops, I have Zeus, and then I think the other one I'm looking at is I have 2 archers, I have 1 Orion, I am getting a Marauder, I am also getting I have a Rifleman, and then I have a Warhammer. And those are my heavies, and then the ones I'm actually trying to get right now is I have a Striker, and then I have a Zeus.
Oh, so you have Zeus. I don't like the Zeus.
I have the parts for them. I don't actually have the actual.
I have a Marauder. I like the Marauder. I like
Marauder good.
I like the Dark. I have a Black Knight because on the mission where Kamiya is going to try and save her lover, her partner, whatever,
Yeah.
Lord Mirdi.
Yeah.
The Black Knight came over a hill, shot up one of my mechs, didn't do much damage. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I was like, all right, fine, whatever, who cares? And I sent my underleveled character up to her, up to shoot it, and the first shot it took was with an AC 10 into the cockpit of this into the thing, and just killed the pilot.
And it just killed it.
And I was just like, free Black Knight. Like,
Black Knight.
Like, my current hangar has a Highlander, an Awesome, a Dragon, an Archer, which I've actually reworked. I've reworked the Archer so much that, like, I got two armor 20s, which is the thing you start off with. I've got the cockpit mod because I'm like, oh, extra wounds to make sure my character doesn't kill, because the Archer's cockpit is so easily hit because it sits so forward. I put heat sinks into it to help deal with like heat. But when you initially build the Archer, you have 4 lasers on it, which makes it run super hot. I stripped out 3 and I put in a plus medium laser. So I've got 1 medium laser for engagements on one of the arms, but I also got a TTS, which is a targeting and tracking system, and it gives +1 accuracy to missiles. And I'm like, ooh, put that in the Archer. I've got a Rifleman. I've got a Jaeger mech. I got both those just through like doing the missions, and I've still got parts for another Rifleman, rifle and Jaeger mech to build. I've got a Thunderbolts. I've got a Quick Draw. I still have my Shadow Bolt from the start of the game. I still have my Blackjack from the start of the game. I don't have the Vindicator anymore because I got rid of it because I whatever. I have a Black Knight. I have a Trebuchet. I have a Battlemaster. That's Battlemaster? Yeah, that's Battlemaster. I have a Marauder, and I love the Marauder because of the Lance Command mod. Because if I with the Lance Command mod, the Marauder is outfitted with a special Lance Command module that allows it for better coordinate actions of the mechs. This provides better defense against incoming attacks of Lance mates and improves reliability of called shots executed by the Lance Marauder pilot.
Oh, cool.
So you put a tactics character in that, and like a level 9 or 10 tactics character. So that's when you have to be at for your thing to be like really, really good.
Yeah.
And you just go from like, hey, called shot, head, boom, there's a headshot.
Hey, you're gonna die now. Bye.
Yeah, no, like I still have a bunch of my medium mechs in my roster. I've got parts. I got 2 parts for a Banshee. I got a part for a Cyclops, which I might just sell. I got a part for a Zeus, which I might just sell. I'm not a very big fan of like laser weapon platforms. I'm very much more of a oh my god, I'm looking for the word. of a munitions and missiles platform player.
Yeah.
It's the main reason why I like it. Whereas, like, if I have ironically, all my mechs have at least one laser on, which is kind of funny. Like, the only mech that is super heavy, lasers is, I think, my Battle Master, and I've refitted that recently just to give it some more heat sinks to make it a little bit more viable for me.
That's always like the fun thing is like when you're like, fuck, I need more things. I guess I'm going to do this stupid thing.
Yeah. What do I have for contracts here? Because I'm not even in like the main campaign area. I'm doing.
Anyways, we should probably switch gears
Yes.
from BattleTech. Josh, have you played any games this week?
Let me quickly go to my Steam.
Other than Cookie Clicker, which I also bought.
Kind of went back. Oh, I played a smidgen of Quake 2. And Quake 2 was interesting. Although I think I actively want to play Quake 1, which is probably the better Quake.
I have Quake 1. I want to play. I want to do both of them.
Yeah, so with Quake 2, right off the bat, like I skipping through the story because it's like whatever, it's Quake. Because I don't think anyone plays it for story. And I was like, okay, let's get into play the game. And I was, I got the first gun, you got the pistol, and you start shooting enemies. I'm like, oh, okay, my pistol looks like it's shooting a slow projectile. I'm like, whatever. And I start shooting an enemy and I realize everyone's a hit scan. And I'm like, oh no, this is going to be interesting. Like,
What's wrong with Hitscan?
everyone was hit scan. No enemy was like projectile based. I was projectile based. So it's like,
Oh,
I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting.
A mistake
but
was made.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, this is going to be an interesting, I guess says Steam says I played for 31 minutes. And I'm like, that's about right. Because by the time I start doing stuff and start getting more guns at my disposal, I was like, this game just doesn't feel great. It's not terrible. It's playable, but it's like, man, you need to get off of that pistol as fast as you can because it's not good. It's not a good time.
pistols are not always the best weapons.
I mean, it could be. It was just like, man, unless you upgrade it to a level where it's decent, it's not good. Or actually, the only pistol I felt was very, very good, and I'll praise this game to no end. It was Iron Maiden. No, Ion Maiden.
Yeah, Iron Maiden, because Iron Maiden was fucking
Suing.
Yeah. So
Because it was originally called Iron Maiden.
no, it was called Ion Maiden, but then they're like, oh, it's way too close. And they're like, it was a good name, but then they lost it. No, I'm trying to find it, and I'm like, don't know where the fuck that went. Okay, Ion Fury. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
And that game's pistol was amazing because it's like, okay, the pistol was like cranked up to insane levels. You can still use it as like a really good pistol, get headshots, and it will count. But if you're real lazy, you can use the alt fire and you can just home in on these people. Like you drag and click around these people's on their bodies, and you're just auto headshotting these people, and they're going down. And it's like, oh
yeah, that
man,
makes sense.
yeah, it's like, oh dude, this is amazing. Like I wish all beginning pistols were like this. But of course, to balance it a little, just made the ammo type just kind of like, not a lot, but just enough to be like, yeah, fuck these guys. Like it was perfectly. I think that again, Ion Fury, it was like a lot more my type of like, you feel badass, but at the same time you're like, oh, I gotta switch out this weapon. Oh, this weapon's also fun. Oh, I gotta switch out to this other weapon. This is also fun. Like no matter what you pick up, you feel great. But in Quake 2, it was like, oh, this pistol's bad. Oh, what about this next gun? Okay, it's like a semi-automatic, and you're like, all right, let's start shooting with it. Oh no, it has that stupid, when you shoot a gun for a long time, it has that recoil. But the recoil is not realistic in any way. It just moves up an inch and just stays there. So what you do for compensating is just you auto aim downward as you're aiming up with the freaking auto fire. Like it's It's hard to explain, but it's just, it moves your cursor up and it's annoying. So you move down, so you kill the dude. But when you let go of the trigger, it fucking like just makes you point at the fucking, it makes you look at the floor. And you're like, what? No, you keep doing this over and over with that gun. And you're like, it's so annoying. By the time you get the shotgun and the super shotgun, you're like, okay, I feel this is better, but I know I'm going to run out of ammo with this damn thing. So this is going to be back to annoying guns again. So you're like,
That makes sense.
Yeah, although one thing I did like about Quake 2, though, is like a lot of multiple directions you can go in the levels, which is like, oh, this is kind of something I wasn't expecting from Quake 2. It was like, oh, it's either you go through the main door or you go through down the sewers and you find a secret entrance, and that secret is also a hidden area you can go into and get more weapons. And you're like, oh, that's like, and also you go back to the main level again through the other direction. You're like, oh, this is like real good. I like the level layouts a lot better, but it was just like, again, the guns just made it feel bad. That's the only gripe. I don't like the guns. I just wish they're just slightly better. I bet there's a mod that makes it better, but I don't know. I have to do some more research into that. But yeah, like I don't know. I guess I could try Quake 2 again, maybe later. But again, I would have to find that mod, if there is any mod support.
I mean, I think there is mod support for that game.
Probably, although probably not Steam. Probably no Steam Workshop or anything.
No, but that would be easy.
It would be if they. Let's see. Quake, is that in there? And Steam doesn't want to work on me. Oh well. Oh, it'd be great if I actually search for the right thing and not just misspell everything I type. There we go. Workshops.
I mean, so anyways, while Josh is looking up that, we got some topics to talk about, some horrible topics.
Oh,
like Shanna banning video games. Effectively, 3 hours of video games. And Warhammer Chaos Gate. So let's talk about Warhammer Chaos Gate instead of the China stuff.
So what's the Chaos Gate thing?
It looks fucking sick, and I want to play it. And it's the Grey Knight turn-based RPG that Alan's probably never going to play.
I might play it depending upon how it looks.
You're not allowed? You're boycotting?
I'm not boycotting.
Oh, what? I thought you were.
I was for a while, but I had a discussion with somebody, and we kind of broke down that might not actually work that well. So,
yeah. I mean, just don't buy Warhammer Plus.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not buying Warhammer Plus.
Yeah, and it's really easy because Astartes, you just not buy Warhammer Plus, and then you just enjoy life and so on and so forth.
Basically, yeah.
Wait, you can enjoy life?
Yeah. It's an interesting fact.
Huh.
I actually really enjoy watching the Warhammer Plus stuff fiasco. It's really funny to me. The other thing I am going to say is I was actually really excited to see Chaos Gate because you see like a Nurgle demon and it looks so good.
It's going to depend on what we see for gameplay, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what a Nurgle demon looks like, but in my head, I'm just thinking it's like a goblin.
It's a fucking like fat ass with a bell.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. In my head, I was just thinking, oh, is it like an adorable goblin? It's just small and cute.
No.
It's just small and adorable, and just want to just pick it up and be like, it's mine.
You wish it was.
Treat like a house cat.
Pretty much.
Yep. It would be great. But so for Quake support on the workshop from Steam, the only Quake game that has support from the Steam workshop is fucking Quake Live.
I mean, that makes sense.
Like, but the thing is, I'm looking at Quake Live stuff on the workshop, and there's fucking shit all on there. So I guess you just have to go and download it from the internet.
Pretty much.
Like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy, Batman. Oh. So Quake Live, that's fine. But yeah, no, the Warhammer Chaos Gate looks really good, and I'm actually really excited for it, and I don't know why. You see a Nurgle demon, it looks like this Slanesh demon attacks you. Looks fun. Alan, thoughts?
I'm very hesitant to get into it, like be excited for it for right now, just because like we haven't seen gameplay. This is only just a reveal trailer, more than anything.
Yeah. No, that's
so
fair.
We'll find out when we actually get more info.
Fair enough. Okay. Shall we talk about the big topic?
What's the big thing this week?
The big one is China has banned effeminate men and video games. Well, actually, no. They've restricted video games for children under the age of 18 to 3 hours a week. That's 3 hours a week that you can't play video games. You have to play video games.
I'm more or less okay with it, actually. Here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Because of the way everything is for me, like, I'm just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I look at it as, like, it's not a bad... you parents should be parenting their kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. Parents should be parenting their kids, but the thing I don't like about it is that China is sitting there and just doing it.
Yeah.
So they're like, we have to be the adults in the room, and it's like, what you guys are doing is effectively authoritarianism, and that's not cool. It doesn't matter what like is actually happening. What matters is like they're effectively saying, no, you cannot play video games for more time than you should, which is fine, but that should be coming from the parents, not from you.
Yeah.
And the government should not be involved in the household.
No, it should never be involved in the household.
Yeah. I don't understand what it is with these people who think that like the government needs to be in the bedroom and the household and all this shit. But it's disappointing. Needless to say.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But like right now, the big thing that's going on for me with the China thing and all that fun jazz is me more or less looking at the situation and going like, are you sure this is the right path you want to go for? Kind of like situation.
I think that for them, I think it would be better, but I'm not 100% sure. After all, that's not my fucking prerogative, and I really don't care. But like, they've literally just killed 10. They might as well have just killed 10 cents under 18 market.
Basically, yeah.
So it's good to know that they don't really consider video games that important, because that's basically what they're saying.
Basically.
But hey, you know what? That's good for them.
Yep.
The other thing that they're doing is they're banning effeminate men.
Gotta get rid of those You gotta get rid of those.
You gotta get rid of those Jerry boys, Jerry girls. Gotta get rid of them.
was gonna say at first place opening that Tom Girl restaurant was interesting, but now it's probably gonna be under threat.
Wait, there's a Tomboy restaurant? Hold on. This is an actual thing I need to look up.
No, it's not. I was just joking because I'm like,
There's an actual restaurant called Tomboy Tavern.
oh boy,
We gotta go to Tomboy Tavern.
no.
Yes.
I
Josh, what is wrong with us going to Tomboy Tavern?
just don't. I don't know.
You don't like tomboys? What is wrong with you?
I want to go with someone.
You don't
more,
want to date a chick who
here's
has the
problem.
mentality of a man?
No, if me and you go, I'll be the cool guy and you be the nerd. I don't think I can handle that. I gotta go with someone way cooler than me, so I be the nerd. And
Hold on. What did you just say?
If we both walk into this place, I can't handle being the cool guy, and you will have.
What did you just say, you motherfucker? I am so upset. Alan probably agrees with you, but even so,
I'm
not cool.
I'm more indifferent than anything else.
Well, Alan's probably like, I'm the cool one. Everyone knows it.
No, we're both on the same level, which is.
I mean, that's probably true. But I don't have to like it.
I mean, we can still walk in, but man, this added pressure, I don't know. I'm not sure I could take it.
I'm gonna like smack you. Are you going to like the party that's gonna be happening on Monday?
What party?
Oh, don't bring that up. We're live recording.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But so no, you're not going. Okay, good. You don't know about it, so that's interesting. I was gonna smack you.
Oh dear.
Don't worry about it. It's only a slight tap. I'll make sure that Tony's there in order to hold you down. I'm joking, of course.
Oh dear.
But no, so China's banning effeminate men, which is hilarious. Hilarious for multiple reasons. Because they're basically sitting there and saying that, no, we do not want you to watch and view these people in any way, shape, or form. So we're actively going to prevent you from looking at them, and we're actively going to prevent you from even getting that idea. So it's really funny watching a bunch of communities be like, what the fuck is going on? And you kind of have an idea. When you say boys? Boys?
Kinda, yeah, I guess.
I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely crazy, so
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, they're just going to be crazy and they're just going to be hilarious. Is there anything else we want to talk about this week? Or Alan, do you want to add anything to the topic?
I'm good for the most part. I don't really have anything else to add.
Okay. So I was either completely wrong and made an ass of us or completely right. Good to know.
We'll find out, I guess.
we'll find out.
Yeah. Josh, do you have anything you want to add to that topic?
I played more Slipgate. Although,
How was Slipgate?
it's weird. It's like fish in a barrel, or you're getting shot in the head multiple times. Like,
I saw you playing that game with Tony, and I was almost tempted to join.
it was definitely a fun time, and also I did manage to get one or two referrals, which is great because referral, like, the game, because it's so early and trying to get people in there, it's just want, again, people, they want people in there, so they're like, oh, here's all this free shit, and you're like, oh, thanks, thank you. I don't. Oh, usually you have to work for this, but okay. And it's like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like it's fun, but I think the dilemma about Splitgate is, especially when I play, it's more of, you know, you got to remember that your portals exist, and you got to remember that, okay, you got to, you know, try to place it in certain areas. You can look through, try to get the drop on your opponent and stuff like that. Because I think that's what like high level play is going to be. Is like you just
that's entirely what it is.
Yeah, totally. Of like placing your portals just the right spot, so you get that weird angle, so the guy's not going to see it, and then you can just freaking snipe him from like the other side of the map, basically. But the funny thing is, every time I play the game, and because the game's very similar-ish to Halo, I just end up just going through the Halo motions more than I do the portal stuff. And I'm like, no, fuck, I got these portals, just be using them, but I keep forgetting to do it. So it's just, I'd be playing the level about halfway through doing Halo motions, and then I'd be like, oh fuck, I got these stupid portals. Use these portals, come on. Like, I like the game, I really do, but man, I keep forgetting portals exist. It's just it always happens every time. I don't know how I'm gonna break myself out of it, but I don't know. I guess if I keep playing it, eventually that would happen. But it's just like, I mean, again, I just go in the motions of FPS game and just forget about the portals. I'm like, God damn it!
Right?
Yeah,
I do the same thing. But like, it's so close to Halo that like you can just do that, and it's really easy.
Yeah, well, I feel the hitboxes are just a little better or whatever reason. Like, I feel like I was doing really well at certain points of the game when I was playing it. I'm not sure if it was bots or, again, because a lot of new people and kids playing it, it was just fish in a barrel. But I was like, oh man, I'm really nailing these shots, and I feel like I'm feeling good. Sometimes I die, but it's like I get like 15, 20. I think I got up to the 20 kill streak at one point, and then I died.
That's Halo. Yeah, it's basically Halo.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not as amazing as the 50-0 kill streak that I got, but we can all...
You know, not as good as this giant kill streak I got one time.
Oh, the 50-0 was amazing. Allan can attest to this.
I wouldn't know. I don't play multiplayer with
Allan wasn't in the game, but Allan has seen the results, and it was hilarious.
Oh, that game. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Holy jeez.
It was a bunch of toddlers at the controller.
Pretty much.
I swear it must have been, because, like, holy jeez.
Oh dear, poor toddlers.
It looked like that, didn't it?
It did.
Like, it looked like I bullied a bunch of children.
You probably were.
Yeah.
How dare you, Jeff? They're just children.
They were just kids.
They were just kids. What you do is that you pick... What you do is you pick them up, you spin them upside down, and pile drive them to the floor.
What you do is you just act like an asshole.
I mean, fucking, if I remember correctly from the Super Beast cast, they were talking about like, oh, you know, how should you treat new players to a game, and if you can tell that they're a new player to a game. And
you
like,
you infinity crush them.
Yeah, you literally go, oh, this must be a guy's first game ever, because he's doing so, like, not doing any, or he's either not doing anything or he's doing things wrong or hitting random buttons. So you realize this and go, you crush him into the floor. And it's only like this fighting game mentality of like, you crush these people. like you want to.
That's because it's bad manners to not crush them.
Exactly. It's like you don't inflate their ego. You got to make sure that their ego is checked. So therefore, they'd be like, "Oh man, I got to try better." Yeah, that's what you want to try to go for.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, you know, make sure their egos are checked, and they're not gonna fucking just keep doing the bad shit over and over. Although I do a lot of bad shit over and over, but I still somehow keep winning. So I don't know. I think my secret technique is to play the game wrong, So the professional go, what the fuck is this guy doing? I don't know what he's doing. I'm freaking out over here. Oh no, I'm dying. And I go, hey, I won. Hey. That's my secret technique. Act professional, do dog shit, they get confused, and you win.
Right? That's what we need more of in this world.
It's like, high level chess. You play bad on purpose, and the high level chess player go, what the fuck are you doing? And then you win. Or poker, same thing.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, pretty much.
Yep. Just play terribly, bet randomly, and keep doing random shit that cannot figure you out. It's like either has a flush or it's a pair. I don't know.
I don't know what it is anymore.
And then you flip over your 2 cards and go, is it good? Is it good? I don't know. Oh god, I remember doing that at a family gathering of like, we bet like small amounts of money into a pool, and then everyone just played poker for a little bit, and of course I was at this table, no jack shit, and I think I got to like 4th place within 8 people, which is like not bad, but it was still like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and it was just confusing everyone at the table. I was like, hey!
I mean, to be fair, I've done that exact same thing too. I've had a flush and been like, I'm like, is this a flush? And then like I show my cards and they're like, yes. I'm like, oh, so I should have not folded.
Yep.
And they're like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, okay.
Oops.
Okay.
I know well enough to, I think I can recognize a flush. I think. Because like media shows it off so many times. And it's like,
I mean, you would think, but
yeah, you think?
Can you?
I think I could.
I think I could.
King, Queen, Jack, Ace,
King, Queen, Jack, Ace, and then I think it's like 1 or Joker.
It's either Joker or maybe no. Ace is 1, so therefore it would have to be 10. Yeah, like I could recognize it. I could do it.
You just heard it here first, people. Josh could do it.
I could do it. I'm a professional poker player now. Oh, yep, totally. How's my cookie clicker?
So you're playing Cookie Clicker now?
You can play it passively.
Oh.
Like, the only thing you have to do is, if you really feel bored, click on the cookie itself, but it's like, you don't have to. And now I'm at 310 mil.
I'm just adding heat sinks to like an awesome that lost both of its weapons. It lost 3 heat sinks and a medium laser, so I'm going to add in that medium laser back on. And yeah, so there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, it got fucked up. Let's check the store. But yeah, is that a podcast? Are we?
Yes, that's a podcast.
I would say so.
Are we sure? I think that's a podcast.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about? Okay, well, thank you everyone for listening to Black Mind Games podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.com. You can also subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you for listening. Bye.
Okay, now I'm recording podcast. But so this My Friendly Neighborhood auditions. Basically, there was a Twitter post I looked at, and they're like, "Hey, we're looking for people for doing voice lines, and it's open to anyone who wants to do it, and we'll pick people who." And he's like, "Oh, and also people get paid for it." And I'm like, "Oh, that's even better." And there's they have all sorted out of like, here's the line, here's the takes. We're looking for one. You can do up to 2 takes per character. We want it, formatted certain way. We want it in this format. We want it, file names certain way. And I'm like, okay. But you start looking down all the character voice lines and what they want. 2 of them are actually, character lines and stuff.
I'm looking at this guy called Ray, and I'm just going.
Well, there's exactly like Ray and Glimmer and this Gobble. Like these 3 characters, I'm like, man, you can literally get a dude from accounting to do these growly voices that you probably want and be just as good. But I mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean, you're paying people for these things. I think that's fine.
I like the idea of being like a giant monster that like drags a wrench behind him and just being like,
You got distorted. Also, I tried turning down my mic sensitivity a bit for doing the recording. Not sure that
common ball torture.
I'm gonna crank it up to 40 a little. Cook and bull teacher.
Cook and bull teacher, CBT. Definition of sex.
Who else is joining us anyway? Is it just
it's Alan.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought I have another
Why
guest.
are you playing Cookie Clicker?
Because why wouldn't I be playing Cookie Clicker? Clicker.
I like. Oh man, are you? Okay, I gotta know.
What?
I gotta know.
What?
Have you seen the Kotaku articles?
Of?
Well, they defended something.
Uh-huh.
They defended China's game ban.
Why?
Because it's actually a good thing for small children to not play video games.
Well, I mean, to a certain point.
I played 2 hours of video games a night.
So I'm probably the worst case scenario of playing a lot of
You and Noah are the worst.
Yeah. Because, like...
Specifically, you and Noah.
Because I can tell you right now, my fingers, they're not normal. I know that for sure. Because when I try to put them side by side, there's gaps between each finger, especially the 2 middle, like between the middle finger and the ring finger. There's a gap there, and they're curved.
It's big.
It's fairly big.
You should probably go to a doctor for that.
Oh no! Here's the thing: when you hold a controller or hold a thing for a long enough period of time while growing, your bones will just get fucked that way.
Oh,
yeah.
You should probably go to a doctor for that.
Well, here's the thing: the doctor just go, yeah, that's your hands, like literally. Like,
but I want them to be normal.
That's the thing. It's like, you want normal fingers, but it's like, no, they're just fucked now because now you're just gonna have natural curves going in your fingers.
So Kotaku wrote an article about China banning video games for like it's excessive. It's really hilarious.
I mean,
and they're like it's a great thing, and they're defending communism. It's like,
I mean, communism bad, but at the same time, it's like, well, I kind of agree, not really, but kind of.
I agree too, but like at the same time, you don't sit there and you don't go, you say controversial opinion.
I would think they should go they should go the other direction and be like, hey, here's some other hobbies you could possibly doing.
Well, the best part is that you want to know the best part?
What?
So China also banned unmasculine characters.
Unmasculine?
Like, how there's masculine characters and pop stars and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
like Ryan Reynolds and stuff like that.
Sure.
So they banned the opposite of that.
So there can't.
Effeminate men, we'll say.
So they can't have like a dude that is just maybe
You can't
a little
have
girly.
a transgender girl in your anime all of a sudden. You can't have a cross-dresser appear in your anime. And they're also banning LGBT groups now.
It's just making it really hard for any person to make any content for that country.
I mean, you know what? I'm going to say this fun. I'm going to say this funny. I got a great plan.
Again,
This is a wonderful plan.
Like I
Vote
said,
for Jeff in the 2038 election as a part of the People Party of Canada. The slogan is literally,
Get fucked.
we fucking need to fucking blow this bitch up. These people need an enema.
And then a lot of people of Canada go, "Wow, look at this crazy fuck! Don't vote for him."
Yeah. Somehow win. Wow, you guys all fucked up.
But again, going into the future, if they keep going down this insane rabbit hole, I wouldn't be surprised if there's just like.
Well, you know what they're trying to do, right?
There's a Vice City video article about like illegal video game passing or something, and it'd be like, so this is how we get our illegal video games. We wait for our drop at the
Vice
airport
doesn't exist anymore, man. What the fuck are you on?
What?
Yeah, Vice just produces articles about how dildos should be shoved up your asshole.
I mean, I still have their YouTube. I mean, their YouTube channel is still interesting. But I'm just want to see like a video on their YouTube channel of like, this is how illegal video games get into China, and they're like, talking to these people who do this business and like how they get the illegal content into the country. It could be quite similar to what is it? Some Brazilian country where it's like they have no internet, but yet they still get the content anyways because of these like high intense and share people who have these actual really good computers and stuff like that. But then you're like, but you have no internet, so how in the fuck do you get anything? So they just like, we just get hard drives mailed in or just get passed along, and it's like, okay, I got this hard drive, I'm gonna download everything so everyone can share it. It's like, that's like, it's absurd mailing system on trust, which is like, I don't know how you guys do this. This is amazing.
Well, you know what is hilarious? So in China, capitalism is actually king. So people will like do like, it's like unregulated capitalism, and the Chinese government knows about it, but they just don't care. So what ends up happening is like, you'll have like prostitution, illegal sex, BDSM, horrible things. And then you also have like, it's the only country in the world that like actually has like really hilarious computer parts and knockoffs and like really dumb things. Yeah. But I don't know. You know what they're doing, but you want to know what they're doing?
What?
So what they're doing is they're saying point blank. They're trying to make it hard for their next generation so that way their men are tougher than the current generation. And that's hilarious. Because they're like, how can we make... Because I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is like, now you're just going to like push this experience down. And then when they hit 18, they're just going to become really fucking gay. So like, it's going to be something hilarious where like, you're going to be walking down like U of A Avenue. You're going to see two Chinese men holding their hands, and they're going to be like all gay and stuff like that. And you're going to be like, oh, that's so nice. And then you're going to find this news story in like 2 weeks where you're going to see like all of a sudden like a disappointed parent. It's just going to be hilarious. Just popping out of the garbage can. You just see that just the guy coming out of the garbage can, just shaking his head. And you're just like, what the fuck? That's what I want. I want them to be repressed in such a way where they come to Canada to learn, and then they actually find themselves, and then they become better people. And instead of being the commie trash that we have here, actually go overseas and actually exhibit change. That would be so nice for those nice, innocent people in China who lost their right to play video games and watch effeminate men on television.
What the fuck did I just come into?
You came in a great time.
Insanity. That's what he came into.
Yes. Alan, would you like to hear my proposal for my 2038 platform?
2030? Why 2038?
Because 2038, that will be an election year. It would be really funny if somebody's listening to this podcast in 2038 and it's an election year in Canada. That would be hilarious. My proposal is we should airdrop the crazies, specifically if you have a college degree in gender studies overseas. Just air bomb them. Just throw them out of planes. They have parachutes. It's okay. And then we give rewards for if you can convert the country into a great place. We'll call it the Chinese exchange program. We'll take your Hong Kong refugees. You can take our crazies. It totally is a great idea. Josh, do you think it's a horrible idea?
Sorry, I'm looking at Reddit.
He's ignoring me.
Yeah. 4-year-old asked, what happens when you drive over a stick of butter? I said, "It'll flatten it." He asked how I knew and how he got here. So this is what I'm saying is when we have a hypothesis in the house, we test it, and we also say my wife is away. So you just run over a stick of butter with his car.
Oh, so you're ignoring me. Okay, good to know.
And there's like a four-year-old looking on at this, and it's like that. I mean, this is a learning lesson totally, but I don't know.
So should we sync?
I thought you guys had already sank and started the podcast.
No.
Wow.
No,
not really.
No, this is all pre-ramble, bud.
Oh, all right.
I mean, also we can talk about the voice thing I'm trying to do.
Okay, so sync in 3, 2, 1.